Hello, my friend, and welcome to this channel. If you're here, it's not by accident. Life doesn't work that way. You were led here, pulled here, drawn by something inside you. Maybe a whisper, maybe a hunger, maybe a fire that refuses to be silenced. And I want to make you a promise. If you stay with me until the end of this message, you will walk away with a revelation. A shift so powerful, it will make you see yourself, your mind, and your future in a way you never have before. That promise will unfold at the very last moment, so don't miss it. Before we dive in, if this resonates with you, I invite you to subscribe, to join this journey, and to share this video with someone who needs it, because this is more than words. This is the awakening of something eternal in you. Now let's begin. There is a force in you that has been there since the moment you opened your eyes for the first time. A force that does not grow old, that does not weaken, that does not fade. Though the world, your habits, and your beliefs may have buried it under layers of doubt, fear, and limitation. That force is pure potential. Most people live their lives unaware of it. They wake up, they follow a routine, they repeat yesterday, and then they wonder why tomorrow looks just the same. They think they are trapped in circumstances when in truth they are trapped in a paradigm, a program written long ago, silently running their lives. Bob Proctor used to say, "You're the only problem you will ever have, and you're the only solution." Think about that. If you're the problem and the solution, then your results are not accidents. They're reflections, not of luck, not of chance, but of the vibration you are living in. Now pause, because what I'm about to tell you is the turning point for many who hear it with an open heart. Your entire life, every result, every success, every failure, every relationship, every dollar, every heartbreak, they have all been mirrors of your inner state. The world does not give you what you want. It gives you what you are. You can't attract abundance while vibrating scarcity. You can't hold love while resonating fear. You can't step into greatness while clinging to unworthiness. And yet, here is the miracle. You can change the channel. The moment you decide to tune your mind like a radio dial to a new frequency, the universe responds. It has no choice because vibration is law, frequency is law, energy is law. I want you to imagine for a moment that your mind is a vast broadcasting tower. Every thought you think is not just a whisper inside your skull, it's a transmission. It radiates outward, invisible, but magnetic, drawing to you people, events, and circumstances in harmony with that frequency. That is why two people can stand in the same storm, under the same clouds, and one will drown in despair, while the other sees opportunity shining through the rain. The difference is not the storm, the difference is their station, the frequency they've tuned their life to. And here is where so many get lost. They try to change their results without changing their frequency. They chase money while vibrating lack. They chase health while vibrating fear of illness. They chase love while vibrating loneliness. And they wonder, why isn't it working? Why does it feel like I'm running in circles? It isn't working because the paradigm has not shifted. The vibration has not changed. The station is still the same. But when you alter the vibration, everything changes. Not slowly, not someday, instantly. Because the moment you shift your inner state, you are no longer a match for your old life. That's why people say, when I changed, the world changed. No, the world didn't change. They changed the frequency they were living on, and the world mirrored it back. Think of it like this. A radio receiver cannot pull in music from 102.5 FM if it's tuned to 88.1. It doesn't matter how much you hope, how much you wish, how much you pray. Until you turn the dial, you will never hear the song. Life is the same. Until you change your vibration, you cannot experience a new result. And that's the work. That's the art. That's the great secret. Not to work harder, not to fight more, not to struggle, but to change the vibration you live in, the paradigm you operate from, the frequency of thought that flows through you. When Bob Proctor discovered this truth, he went from earning $4,000 a year to over $1 million in less than a decade. He didn't suddenly become smarter. He didn't go back to school. He didn't stumble on some lucky break. He shifted his paradigm. And when he did, the universe had to rearrange itself to match him. Now, let me turn this to you. Look at your life. Every area, your health, your wealth, your relationships, your dreams. Ask yourself, what vibration am I living in? What frequency am I tuned to? You don't need to guess. Your results are your evidence. Your bank account is a mirror of your money vibration. Your relationships are mirrors of your love vibration. Your health is a mirror of your energy vibration. The results never lie. But here's the beauty. The results are not destiny. They are feedback, and feedback can be changed. Here's the first hook, the first fire I want to plant in you tonight. What if the life you truly want, the abundance, the love, the freedom, what if it's not far away? What if it's not years down the road? What if it's already here, vibrating at a frequency just outside your current channel? And what if the only thing keeping you from it is the station you're tuned to? Pause with that. Let it sink in, because the rest of this journey will show you how to turn the dial, how to shift from the vibration of limitation to the vibration of abundance, from fear to faith, from doubt to certainty, from living as a prisoner of the old paradigm to becoming the architect of a new one. But know this, it won't feel comfortable. Change never does. When you first begin to tune your mind to a higher frequency, your old paradigm will resist. It will whisper, "This isn't you. Stay where it's safe. Don't risk. Don't stretch. Don't believe." That's because paradigms are designed to protect themselves. They want to keep you in the known, even if the known is miserable. They will fight to the death to keep you in the cage. But freedom only comes when you recognize that voice and move forward anyway. Growth only comes when you embrace the discomfort of stepping into a higher vibration. And here's the truth Bob knew. That discomfort is the surest sign that you are growing. If you feel uneasy, if you feel resistance, if you feel the old voice trying to pull you back, celebrate. You are no longer standing still. This is where we begin. From this moment forward, I want you to see yourself not as a fixed identity, not as a victim of circumstances, but as a transmitter of frequency. You are energy in motion. You are vibration in form. And you hold the power to choose what station you will live on. And as we move deeper into this message, I will show you how to use that power, how to shift your paradigm, and how to unlock the promise I gave you at the beginning, the revelation that will transform the way you see everything. But for now, hold this truth close. You are not stuck. You never were. You are simply tuned to a frequency. And frequencies can be changed. You see, the mind is not just a container of thoughts. It is the workshop of creation itself. Every image you hold, every belief you repeat, every feeling you nurture, they are the blueprints handed to the unseen forces of the universe. Your paradigm, that deep subconscious program, decides which blueprints get submitted, which ones are accepted, and which ones are rejected. That's why, even when you dream of wealth, your paradigm may secretly hand in blueprints for struggle. Even when you long for love, your paradigm may submit designs for rejection. Even when you desire health, your paradigm may quietly approve the plans for decay. And you, standing at the conscious level, wonder why nothing changes. But here's the miracle. The subconscious mind, though stubborn, is not immovable. It can be rewritten, it can be reprogrammed, and when it is, the entire construction of your life begins to transform. Let me take you deeper. Imagine for a moment that your mind is split into two levels. The conscious mind is the thinker, the dreamer, the imaginer. It is the part of you that sets goals, that makes plans, that says, "I will be different tomorrow." But beneath it lies the subconscious, silent, powerful, and relentless. It does not argue. It does not debate. It only executes. It is the autopilot of your life, directing your habits, your actions, your responses, all based on the program it has accepted. Now, here is the crucial truth. Your conscious mind may want success, but if your subconscious has been programmed with poverty, you will sabotage yourself every time. Your conscious mind may want love, but if your subconscious has been wired with fear, you will push love away every time. Your conscious mind may want freedom, but if your subconscious is programmed with doubt, you will stay chained every time. The conscious mind is the captain giving orders. The subconscious is the crew steering the ship. If they are in harmony, you sail toward destiny. If they are in conflict, the crew always wins. Bob Proctor used to say, "If you can tell me what's going on in your subconscious, I can tell you where you'll be in 5 years." Think about that. 5 years from now, your results won't be determined by your wishes. They will be determined by your paradigm, by the ideas that live, often unseen, in your subconscious. But here's the liberating part. You don't need to guess what's in your subconscious. You can see it right now by looking at your results. Your life is the printout of your paradigm. If your results are small, your paradigm is small. If your results are chaotic, your paradigm is chaotic. If your results are abundant, your paradigm is abundant. So if you want to change the results, don't fight the printout, change the program. How do you change it? Through repetition, through feeling, through decision, not through force, not through willpower alone, but through a constant reconditioning of the subconscious until the new idea is accepted as truth. You see, the subconscious does not respond to logic. It responds to emotion. You cannot simply say, "I am wealthy," with no feeling and expect change. But if you close your eyes, imagine yourself living in wealth, breathe it, feel it, taste it, see it, and repeat this state with consistency, eventually the subconscious accepts it as fact. And the moment it does, the paradigm shifts. That is why affirmations without emotion feel empty. That is why goals without belief fade away. The subconscious must be convinced through repetition of feeling until the new idea takes root and becomes automatic. Now let me ask you, what have you been rehearsing emotionally? Have you been rehearsing lack? Every time you worry about bills, every time you feel fear about money, you are rehearsing poverty. Have you been rehearsing loneliness? Every time you focus on what you don't have, every time you feel unworthy, you are rehearsing separation. Have you been rehearsing failure? Every time you picture things going wrong, every time you relive the mistakes of the past, you are rehearsing defeat. The subconscious is not judging you. It's not asking, is this what they really want? It's simply recording the most repeated feelings and acting on them. So the key, the great turning point, is to take control of what you rehearse. To deliberately flood your mind with images of the life you desire. To rehearse abundance until abundance becomes natural. To rehearse love until love feels inevitable. To rehearse success until success becomes automatic. And yes, it takes time. Yes, it takes effort, but not the effort of struggle, the effort of consistency. Because here's the truth. The paradigm cannot resist forever. No matter how deeply ingrained the old program is, if you bombard it with new images, new emotions, new ideas, over and over and over again, it will surrender. It has to, because the subconscious is obedient. It always yields to the strongest, most repeated idea. And once it yields, once the paradigm shifts, results change automatically, without strain, without forcing, without pushing. It's like turning the radio dial. The moment you tune into a new station, you don't have to make the new music play. It plays by law. The moment you shift the paradigm, you don't have to force the new results. They flow by law. This is why Bob's life changed. This is why countless students of his work changed. And this is why you can change. The question is not, can I? The question is, will I? Will you be consistent enough to reprogram your subconscious? Will you repeat the new frequency until it sticks? Will you persist through the discomfort, the resistance, the voice of the old paradigm, until the new truth is etched into your very being? If you will, then your future is not just brighter, it is unrecognizable. Here comes the second hook. Listen carefully. What if everything you've ever wanted is already programmed into you? What if your deepest dreams are not fantasies you made up, but signals, reminders of the life your soul already knows is yours? What if desire is not a sign of lack, but a notification of destiny? If that's true, and I assure you it is, then your desires are not random. They are roadmaps. They are the whispers of your highest self calling you home. And the only reason you don't yet live them is because your paradigm has not caught up with your soul. But what happens when it does? What happens when your subconscious and your soul are finally aligned? That, my friend, is the revolution we are building toward. Now pause for a moment and really let that last thought settle in. Your desires are not accidents. They are not illusions. They are not random sparks in the dark. They are signals, divine signals. Each longing, each dream, each pull of your heart is a reminder of the life that already exists for you in potential. This is why no matter how many times you try to ignore your dream, it keeps returning. You can bury it, you can silence it, you can drown it under years of distraction, obligation, or fear, but it will not die. Why? Because it's not just your wish, it's your destiny calling. And the only thing standing between you and that destiny is alignment. Alignment between the conscious dream and the subconscious program. Alignment between what your heart longs for and what your paradigm accepts. Alignment between the frequency of your soul and the vibration of your life. Here's where most people stumble. They think desire means absence. They think wanting is proof that they don't yet have. But here's the truth. Desire is proof of possession in spirit. Think of it this way. You cannot desire what is impossible for you. You cannot long for what you have no potential to experience. The fact that you feel the desire is the evidence that it already exists, waiting on the frequency of your acceptance. Bob Proctor knew this. He used to say, if you can see it in your mind, you can hold it in your hand. So the work is not to create the dream. The work is to align with it, to tune yourself to the vibration where that dream already lives. And the moment you do, life rearranges. Doors open. People appear. Circumstances shift. Not by magic, but by law. But you must decide. Decision is the hinge on which destiny swings. Without decision, dreams are only fantasies. With decision, fantasies become form. You see, the universe does not reward hesitation. It responds to certainty. The moment you decide, this is mine. This is who I am. This is the frequency I will live on. Everything begins to conspire in your favor. Decision is not hoping. Decision is not trying. Decision is knowing. And when you know, truly know, the paradigm begins to shift. Now let me ask you again. What is it you truly want? Not the small goals, not the safe answers, not what the world told you is realistic. I mean the dream that scares you, the vision that excites you, the life that, if it were real, would make you weep with gratitude. That is the dream worth aligning with. That is the vibration worth rehearsing. That is the destiny worth claiming. And when you claim it, when you dare to say yes to it, even when your old paradigm screams no, the reprogramming begins. Day by day, thought by thought, feeling by feeling, you begin to etch the new truth into your subconscious. And as you do, you begin to live in a new vibration. Here's the third hook. Listen carefully. What if you stopped living from memory and started living from vision? What if your past, no matter how heavy, no matter how broken, no matter how limiting, had no authority over your future? What if the only power your past has is the power you keep giving it? And what if, instead of repeating yesterday, you began rehearsing tomorrow, not as a wish, but as a fact? Imagine what would happen if you woke each day and lived, thought, and felt from the place of your fulfilled dream. Not someday, now. What if you stopped waiting and started being? That, my friend, is where transformation explodes. Because here is the final revelation I promised you at the very beginning. The truth that ties everything together. You are not on a journey to attract your dream. You are on a journey to remember that you already are it. Let that sink in. You don't attract what you want. You attract what you are. And when you align your subconscious paradigm with the vibration of your highest vision, you don't get the dream, you embody it. You don't chase success, you radiate it. You don't seek abundance, you live it. The law of vibration and attraction doesn't bring you something new, it reveals who you always were. Bob Proctor understood this deeply. That's why he could look at someone with nothing, with no education, with no opportunities, and say with certainty, you can change everything. Not because life outside magically bends, but because the moment you shift the inside, the outside has no choice but to follow. So the promise I made to you is this: you will walk away with a revelation that will make you see yourself differently. And here it is, the final key. You are already the person you long to become. The dream you desire is already alive in you. And the only work left is to align your paradigm with that truth until it becomes the only reality you know. So now, the question is no longer can I, the question is will I? Will you continue rehearsing the vibration of fear, of lack, of limitation, or will you decide today, right now, to rehearse abundance, love, freedom, success, until your subconscious cannot deny it? Because the moment you decide, everything begins. Not tomorrow, not someday, now. And so I leave you with this. Every single day, you are transmitting a frequency. Every single day, you are rehearsing a reality. Every single day, you are either aligning with the old paradigm or creating the new. Choose wisely. Choose boldly. Choose the vibration of the life that makes your heart burn, your soul rise, your spirit sing. Because you are not here to live small. You are not here to repeat yesterday. You are here to awaken, to align, to embody the infinite potential that has been within you all along. And when you do, when you dare to live in that vibration, the world will not only notice, it will bow to the power of your decision. So, my friend, if this message stirred something in you, if it awakened a spark, then subscribe, join this journey, and share this with someone you love, because together we can create a movement of souls rising into their true vibration. And never forget, the dream is already yours. The only question is, will you step into it? The choice is yours. The frequency is waiting, and the time is now.